Hello, Harborview, and thank you for allowing us this opportunity to do our volunteer and visitor expectations online. We think this will make scheduling a lot easier and allow parents and community members who are interested in volunteering in our classrooms the ability to do this presentation at their own leisure and then fill out the form so that they don't have to try to find a time to get here to school to do the volunteer meeting that we had last year. So I just want to thank you for being willing to volunteer. We had last year, our parents and community members really did a great job in making Learning Our Adventure, volunteering thousands of hours, and so we really do appreciate that. So we're just going to go through a few expectations, some requirements that we need to have happen before we can allow you to volunteer in the classroom. And so if you'll just bear with me, we'll go through these as quickly as we can. The screening process is the same as before. You do need to have a TB test. TB tests are good for 4 years, so you can check in with the main office and they will let you know when your TB test is set to expire. Also, it is vital that if you want to volunteer that you go online to the Harborview website. You'll find an online registration form. You need to fill that as well. If you do want to go on a field trip, it is important that you get fingerprints done. The district has the form that you will need, so you'll need to go down to the district. But please make sure that with your fingerprints, again, like your TB tests, are good for 4 years. But you do need to go in about a month before you're going to volunteer for a field trip. They'll take you through the process and then how you get reimbursed for getting those as well. Scheduling is done through the teachers. We do ask that there be no more than 2 volunteers at a time unless a teacher has asked for special permission from me. But in an effort for us to be able to get our day started, when the bell rings at 8:20, all parent volunteers, the ones that are going to be there, need to be in the office and give the teachers the opportunity to get their classes started. So as such, we will not be allowing anyone in that classroom before 8:30. So again, when that bell rings, please make your way up to the front office, give the teachers about 10 minutes to get their day started, and then we will let you down so that you can do that. You do need to sign in and sign out in the front office when you are on campus. Even if you have dropped your child off before the bell, you do need to come in and sign out. It is a safety reason. We need to know who is on and off our campus if we ever have an emergency. So please follow this very carefully. And then please note, you must be wearing either a visitor sticker or a visitor badge in order to be on campus. If you don't have one, our teachers and our staff will ask you to go up to the office to obtain one. Dress code is kind of a touchy issue, I realize, but please understand this is a school. We do want to display a certain amount of professionalism. We do ask that of our teachers. It does not mean you need to be in a suit or in formal attire, but it does mean to look appropriate for what we would consider an elementary school. We do ask that you follow the dress code that we have of our students. Make sure that your clothes are not too tight or too revealing. Again, we do want people to be able to participate, but distracting with attire is one thing we're trying to avoid. So again, please make sure that you are following appropriate attire. Whatever we're asking of students is what we are asking out of our volunteers. With regards to safety, please note the bathrooms that you have are located at the very bottom. They are located right next to room 20. Those will be unlocked and available for volunteers. Please don't use the bathrooms, the other bathrooms, because those are for students. Additionally, unfortunately, although we love them and we think they are cute as can be, we cannot have young children in the classroom, even with the parents. So if you were here to volunteer, it has to just be you. Small children need to be either left at home, but cannot be brought into the classroom. Again, it is a safety concern, and we do need to make sure we are taking appropriate measures on that part. With regard to cell phones, kind of like at the movies, we are going to ask that you silence or put your cell phones on vibrate. Obviously, when a phone rings in the middle of class, it can be very distracting to both the teacher as well as the students. So again, please make sure that your cell phones are silenced or on vibrate. You're going to, when you volunteer, sometimes see or hear something, a teacher perhaps having a conversation with a student, or maybe you might come across a student who maybe isn't doing as well. We do expect confidentiality. We kind of say, like Vegas, what happens at Harborview stays at Harborview. Please do not discuss things you find happening here with other people. just in that same realm, put yourself in their shoes. You would not like us talking about your child behind your back. So please don't do that to other people's children. Please keep what happens there confidential. It is really, really important. We will enforce this if we find that people are talking about things they found out in the classrooms. We will not allow you to volunteer. We do really want to kind of keep our positive. So think, do, and be positive. We really want to kind of create an environment here at Harborview where people feel welcomed, they feel excited, they enjoy what they're doing. So again, just really want to make sure we're showing all of our students and all of our teachers the appropriate amount of respect and kind of working together to create a really positive atmosphere. If there become any serious behavior concerns, you see kiddos doing something they're not supposed to be doing, please do not discipline them yourselves. Please refer them to a staff member, a teacher, noon duty supervisor, principal, somebody along those lines. Even if you do know the student and they've been at your home, again, please refer these to the teacher of the classroom or a staff member if you're out at recess or something along those lines. It just saves you a lot of hassle and allows us to just follow through on our positive behavior and intervention and support system that we are implementing. We ask that if you are volunteering, that be your primary focus. We ask that you not be visiting with other volunteers, having conversations. Please note, our students have really great ears when they want to, and they hear a lot of things. So we encourage you to socialize after you're done volunteering. But please, again, if you're on campus, your focus is to be volunteering in the classroom, not having conversations about things that might be happening outside of school. We really do appreciate you doing with that. So, this is it. That's the whole presentation. You have but one last thing to do, and it is to fill out the volunteer form online. Please note, each parent must watch this presentation and fill out the form. Each grandparent, aunt, uncle, anyone who might be volunteering in the classroom must go through this presentation. And you can either type in that web address you see right there, tinyurl.com/HVE volunteer 2015, or if you happen to have your cell phone or iPad and it has a QR code reader, you can actually scan this QR code right here and it will allow you to go directly to the form. You must fill out the form completely in order to volunteer. So please make sure that after you've sat through this presentation with me that you go and finish this last step and make sure that you fill out the form online. Thank you so much, Harborview, and let's continue to make learning our adventure.